Hello, today I'm back and I want to show you how to create this shaker card and this little masking scene inside the card. First we have to die cut our shaker panel from a hard double stitch dies, and to begin I stamp all the images on some masking paper. Then we have to fuzzy cut all the images. Just a little tip here, when I fuzzy cut, I just move the paper and not the scissor. It's a lot more easier and the scissor have to be really sharp. Then I just lay down all my images I stamped on masking paper just to know where to stamp my images. The acetate I just used to protect my paper because the stamps aren't cleaned yet. I just remove all the mask I did and just begin to stamp on my panel. I love to use my Stampaholic for this because I always can double stamp if I want to. Now I have to put down my mask because I want to continue with stamping. You always have to know the things which are in the front just have to be stamped first. Everything you want to be in the background you have to stamp later. The disadvantage of masking scenes, you always know only at the end if things worked well. I stamped here my flower image and put the mask on it. My leaf images I just stamp in green color because I don't want them to be black. Here I double stamp or triple stamp because I want a brighter image. Always when I shift my leaf image, I use my acetate piece just to protect the panel from being smudged. Now all the masking is done, but I just keep my mask on its place because I want to ink blend the background. With the blue tape I just protect all the space I don't want to be ink blended. For my background I use wilted lilac and black soot. The black soot I just use a tiny little bit because I just want to darken up the wilted lilac. My ink blending secret is that you always have to build up your colors. I like to start with my lighter color, then I come in with my darker color, and then I come back with my lighter color. I always like to build up layers because I think the background will be smoother then. Now it's the fun part of this card. I always love to remove all the masks because then I know how the scene looks like. As this card has a lot of coloring in it, I just will play some music and come back later. So I hope you enjoyed my coloring, and now we will continue with our shaker window. For the shaker window I already die cut my shaker panel, and now we have to put on the acetate window on. I always like to use dried glue because with liquid glue there's always a mess. The foam tape I used to create some dimension between my card and my panel, so the shaker bits have enough space to shake. You have to take care that the foam tape is closed on all sides so the shaker bits can't escape. Instead of using foam tape, you can also use fun foam. The shaker inside are filled with some clear sequins from Die Cuts and More and some seed bits in clear. I just put my panel over the shaker window and now the card is all finished, but still is the sentiment left. For the sentiment, I'm very sorry this part wasn't filmed right when I made this card, so I'll remake this for you. The leftover heart I just glue on top of my Stampaholic so I can use it as a guideline for my sentiment. And then I just place my sentiment on the Stampaholic and create this heart-shaped sentiment. I just have to stamp the sentiment on the card and the card is all finished. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope we will see us soon.